What is up guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash with Style, and we are back with another EWL war for you guys, and this is the Apprentice League. I've already covered some of these guys, so if you haven't already, go and check out some of my other EWL recaps. I will leave a link, or I'll leave a card, excuse me, above with a link to the playlist, so definitely go and check some of those out. But today we are in the playoffs, and we have Ruthless 50 against Size Matters, and of course you can see Size Matters nearly pulling off that perfect war. They won by 59 stars to 56, so congratulations to them. A huge 99.7% total destruction there, so a massive victory for them. Well done on that. Today we're going to be taking a look at some Town Hall 9, 10 and 11 attacks. We're going to take a look at 2 of the R50 attacks and 3 of the SM attacks. So let's just jump into them. We're going to be taking a look here at 2 of the Ruthless 50 attacks first, so let's jump in. First up here we have a Town Hall 10, and this strategy stood right out to me for the sheer number of P.E.K.K.A.s. So this is pretty much a mass P.E.K.K.A. bat strategy, and definitely wanted to show this on the channel. I was very impressed by Brohi from Ruthless 50, so let's see how they go about it. Going to be starting off with a couple of P.E.K.K.A.s down here on this right hand side. Looks like this is the side we're going to be pushing in from with our King, Queen. Yes, everything coming in now from this right hand side. Wall Wrecker into the remaining P.E.K.K.A.s in behind the Wall Wrecker, and we will see what damage they can do. Out comes those Clan Castle troops. The Witch will hold up those P.E.K.K.A.s for quite a while, so we really need that poison spell to take effect. Luckily it is encompassing that Witch, although Uza did have to use 2 poison spells. That multi-target Inferno will not do too much work against those P.E.K.K.A.s, so that is perfect. The Wall Wrecker should also be able to continue through there. The enemy King, however, doing quite a bit of damage. Gonna freeze up that multi-target Inferno and Expo there. I'm guessing the Wall Wrecker is going to pop. Rage goes down for the bowlers that come out of that. Rare that you don't see a heal spell also with that, because those bowlers can be taken down pretty quickly indeed, but they get very good value nonetheless. And we still have these bat spells to come in, but we have no free spells for these bats, so we need to make sure they do not come in contact with any of the splash damage defenses, i.e. the wizard towers, and it looks like the only one staying up is this one on that left hand side, and we should be able to deal with that pretty quickly. Queen is still going pretty strong. The bats have done a reasonably decent job cleaning up on this right hand side. Unfortunately though, that Expo and Archer Tower combo have pretty much shredded through those bats. The bowlers that have came out of that Wall Wrecker have done a fantastic job cleaning all the way from that right hand side through to the left. And at this point, it looks like it's just a game of time. We have quite a few P.E.K.K.A.s with the King as well. Also a Wizard going to use a Giant down on that Tesla on the bottom side, as well as a couple of Archers to try and take that down. The Wizard at the top picking off the Town Hall, excuse me, to pick up the second star. And we will just speed it up here. As everyone knows, P.E.K.K.A.s are very slow troops indeed, but you can see Uza has enough firepower here, enough P.E.K.K.A. health left, and the King also doing a great job cleaning up to finish off this one. And it was very interesting because I didn't think the bats got that much value, but the P.E.K.K.A.s did such a huge amount of the work. Also the bowlers that came out of the Clan Castle did a fantastic job. So well done to Uza on that incredible 3-star. Let's go and take a look at another Town Hall 10 3-star from the Ruthless 50 side. And I didn't even realise until just now, but Uza is hitting here as well. So a 6-pack war from Brohi from the Ruthless 50 side here, going in with 2 completely different strategies. This time going to be going in with Sui Heroes. King going down on that right hand side. We've got a baby dragon up the top doing a little bit of cleanup work. We also have a wizard helping out that King on that right hand side. Should just be able to pick off a few of those buildings. Stone Slammer now going to be coming in to try and get as much value as possible, but it looks like that Stone Slammer is going to be going straight into that air sweeper that is in the center, and as soon as it gets in range right there, it will be blowing that sweeper back, which is definitely not what we want. Stone Slammer pops and out comes Valkyries from the Clan Castle. Unfortunately, a double giant bomb is going to take off the majority of their health, and they will not get as much value as Uza probably would have wanted. King has done a great job down on this right hand side. The Queen now doing some work on that left hand side, but the Valkyries got the job done of taking down the enemy heroes. Both the king and the queen went down to those Valkyries, which is perfect. We need these bowlers to continue ripping through this base. Heal spell perfectly placed there in the center, catching both groups as they merge into one. We still have both the Inferno towers up, but the Hog Riders setting to work to that one on the left hand side, able to take that down right there. Another heal spell goes through that Inferno tower there in the center. The Hogs starting to split up a little bit here, which is definitely not what Uza would have wanted. Giant bombs going off left, right and center, but the Hog Riders that have enough power to continue pushing on through these final defenses, even with a Lava Hound chasing them all around the map and a few skeletons. That will not be enough to stop Uza from picking up the 3-star. The last defense goes down. These Hog Riders turn and take down those skeletons, and it's just a case of cleanup once more. We will be able to do this reasonably quickly with a large group of Hog Riders like that. The majority of the time they will be able to finish cleaning up a base. A couple of goblins as well as an archer taking care of the town hall for the 2nd star there. Hog Riders onto the clan castle in the center, which a lot of the time with the Hog Rider attacks can be the last building to go down, as the Hog Riders usually will sweep all the way around that. But it looks like this barracks on the top side is going to be the last one to go down. Falls right there, and another fantastic 3-star there from Uza Brohi of Ruthless 50, a 6-pack war for them. So massive congratulations on that. Very impressive performance indeed. Now let's go and take a look at 3 of the Size Matters attacks and see just how they won this war. Scorchfire is going to be the first attacker from the Size Matters team. You can see here going in with Mass Witches, but interesting to see the use of the 4 Quake spells. You don't often see that at Town Hall 9. I feel you don't have that much spell capacity, so you have to make the most of it. But going to be using these Earthquake spells here on the center, gaining access to so many of these compartments, so these witches should be able to tear through the center of this base. Going to start with a couple of balloons here on that left hand side to deal with the wizard tower, it looks like. Then going to get our few golems going in from this left hand side, as well as one down on the mortar on the bottom section. 1 heal, 1 rage and 1 jump. The jump will be used, I'm guessing, on the back end of this attack once these witches have pushed in behind the golems through into the center of the base. We also have a few wizards in the mix. King and queen also going to be going in on this one. And unfortunately it looks like we're going to lose 3 of the bowlers very, very early on. And as everyone knows, at Town Hall 9, bowlers in the clan castle are probably one of the most overpowered troops. Very important to try and keep them alive. But unfortunately for Scorchfire, it looks like nothing is really going to plan here. Most of the troops are pushing around the outside of the base. Going to be using a heal spell there for the few troops that are in the center to make sure we get down that enemy queen as quickly as we can. The expo goes down right there, which is perfect as we are able to keep a few more wizards alive. The queen is going to continue ripping through the center of this base. It looks like she is now being joined by a few witches and a golemite there. The jump spell is used on the back end and should give access to plenty of these compartments, which should allow these witches with the skeletons coming out to finish off this one. The queen's still going reasonably strong. A giant bomb does go off, doing some work on her, but we have no defenses targeting the queen right now, so her ability is not going to need to be popped for a few more seconds. She just goes out of range of that archer tower, but her ability is going to have to be used right there. We also have the king's ability, which will be used on the back end of this one, used right there, getting him back up to nearly full health. Going to continue pushing on through, getting onto that town hall. This archer tower, however, is causing a few issues. We really need that queen to step up and take it down. She does, just clinging on to dear life there on the back end of this one. The hero's able to get the job done. So even though Scorchfire, things definitely didn't go right for them, troops going around the outside of the base maybe just didn't quite get that funnel sorted at first, still able to pick up a 3-star using those witches. And as everyone knows, witches are so powerful, and if you haven't already, click on the card above to see how you can 3-star at Town Hall 9 using witches. So very impressive there from Scorchfire indeed. Let's go and take a look at another one of the 3-star attacks from Size Matters. Show Live or Show Live is going to be going in here with a very interesting strategy indeed. So we're going to be starting off here with the earthquake spells on that left hand side. A strange combination to see here using the baby dragons as well. So we have pretty much a mass baby dragon attack here. Going to be doing a queen charge in through where those earthquake spells opens up all those compartments. And if you cast your eyes to the center of the base, we have the queen, 2 air defenses, and then an air defense slightly to the left. So the queen should be able to get some pretty fantastic value if she goes where Show Live is wanting. She's going to get a rage down on her to keep her alive, making sure she deals with that king, moving on to the dragon there, and will continue pushing into the base. The king doing a great job down on this bottom section of the base with the help of a few wizards. Unfortunately, a giant bomb is going to take out 3 of them, but that one wizard is going to clutch and take care of that cannon over the wall. The queen now getting stuck on a few archers from the clan castle, but we still have our stone slammer as well as 12 baby dragons to finish off this one. So the queen continuing on her charge into the center of the base. A nice early rage spell to make sure that queen, when she comes in contact with the enemy queen, can take her down very easily indeed. And down goes the enemy queen, which is perfect. Another air defense goes down. Queen now getting onto another one of those air defenses, so 3 air defenses down already. And if we pause it there for a second, the thing that was very interesting for me is most often or not you would tend to see not mass baby dragons but dragons or Lalo with this attack, but Show Live opting to bring the baby dragons, and let's see just how they use them. Queen's still going reasonably strong here in the center. We do have our ability in hand, which will need to be used now. We have 3 expos targeting her, as well as that multi-target Inferno. Stone Slammer going to be coming in from the top of that base. We have a haste spell, which I'm guessing will be used on probably balloons that come out of that clan castle. Queen's ability is just used in the nick of time in the center of that base. She is going to be able to take down those expos, move on, take care of that air sweeper, which is very, very important. We definitely do not want that pushing our troops about too much. She is also going to get a little bit of damage done onto that multi-target Inferno. Unfortunately, that haste spell was not the best place. It was centered straight over that Stone Slammer, so probably not getting as much value out of that as we could. And all of these balloons are going to fall, unfortunately, to that multi-target Inferno. So the haste spell maybe wasted a little bit there, but Show Live still has quite a few baby dragons left up, and as long as we can keep them under their rage ability, they should be able to finish off this multi-target Inferno. We have 1 baby dragon coming in from this top side. Unfortunately, a Seeking Airmine catches that, but we have 1 last one going in here, as well as 2 swinging over from this right hand side, and they are able to get the job done for Show Live, picking up another 3-star there. Very impressive to see the mass baby dragons coming out with the quad quake. Let's move on to the last attack of this video, which is a Town Hall 11 3-star. And here we go. I'm not even going to try pronouncing that name, just going to call them Mech probably. And we are going in here with a Dragbat attack strategy. Going to be starting off with the king up here on the top side. Going to get straight in there and pick up that 1st star. Very important we get the Town Hall out the way. We have 1 star in the bag. King and queen also going to be going in from that side, and it looks like that queen should be able to get in range of that air defense and take that down. So that'll be 1 air defense down, which will be very, very helpful for Mech here on this one. Going to also get a dragon there on that side just to make sure the queen goes where we want her to. Queen's ability will need to be popped reasonably soon. Yes, going to be popped right there, and that air defense goes down. The Eagle artillery in the center is now active and is going to be raining down fire. Luckily, all 3 shots going onto our king over there on that left hand side, so the dragons luckily getting away with a few of those shots not targeting them. The warden's ability will be used right there to catch that whole group of dragons through all of those eagle artillery shots, and they will also allow them to take down that queen in the center of this base. And look at the work all 3 of those expos are doing set to air, and that certainly will cause some issues here for Mech. The queen luckily doing quite a significant amount of work there on the top of the base. The Wizard Tower finally able to take that down. The Eagle also getting a few shots off before it goes down. The Bat Bomb now coming in on that Inferno Tower there on the left hand side, taking care of another of those air defences, so the dragons do not have that to worry about. Luckily this Wizard Tower on the bottom side focused in on those dragons. The Bat's able to sneak in behind it and deal with that. And look at the carnage on this one. So many troops left up. Dragons at the bottom, at the top, on the left hand side, absolutely everywhere. We still have bats up, we still have balloons up, all these cleanup troops, Warden still up as well. A huge 3-star here to finish off this video. Very, very impressive indeed. And this attack just shows why Size Matters won this war. So congratulations again to them, and commiserations to Ruthless 50. They certainly put up a great fight, as you saw from a couple of those attacks that I showed at the start of the video. And thank you to both clans for allowing me to record. Make sure you stay tuned for more EWL content. And yeah, like the video, let me know which one of these 5 attacks was your favourite. Were you rooting for Ruthless 50 or were you rooting for Size Matters? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.